Today we are talking about the Nintendo 64 and some games for it that are actually pretty expensive. Now I've got a bunch of these games in my console collection, and honestly I didn't expect some of these prices for some of these games. Now you would be assuming that some of these games would be expensive, but then others you probably don't expect them to be as expensive as they are. And I was shocked when I was going through this list and I found some of these games. Now, if you like this video, let me know and I will create a part 2 to this because I have a ton of games that are actually pretty well decent when it comes to the Nintendo 64. But with that being said, let's go ahead and see what games I have in my collection that are worth a lot of money. I've got 3 games here that I want to talk about to let you know what they're worth. But first I gotta tell you how I got to these prices. And honestly, I didn't come up with these prices. These are all from pricecharting.com, which is a website that I like to use as a starting base to figure out how much games are worth. Now, sometimes they get it wrong, but what they do is they kind of take from places that sell like Amazon, Mercari, eBay. They take from places that sell games frequently and then average them together and kind of give you a rough estimate of what the games are worth. So if you see me looking at my phone or anything like that, that's purely looking at how much these games are worth. And honestly, some of these games are worth a lot of money. I've got my phone out here. We're gonna go ahead and pull it up because I did not expect these prices. First off, we've got to talk about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. This is the very last game on the system from what I understand, and this is also the last Tony Hawk's game on the system. So this game is a really fun game. It's really cool. I love all the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games on the Nintendo 64, and I definitely think this is one you should have in your collection. But when I looked it up, this was $49.98, so $50 loose, and then it was $104 complete. That blew my mind. I did not expect Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 to be worth that much. I thought maybe like 30, 35. 50 bucks is crazy to me. I just didn't expect it, and I really don't know what to say. It just blows my mind. Now moving forward, we've got Mario Party 3. Again, the last in the series. This is a Mario Party game that is totally amazing. I love all the Mario Party games, but Mario Party 3 is worth the most, and it's quite a bit of money. If you have this game, it is $55 loose or $148 if you have this in the box. To me, that is absolutely insane. This is a $55 game. I understand why. It's a ton of fun. It's just one of those games that you have to have in your collection, and if you don't, you definitely need to. And honestly, 55 bucks, you're gonna get a ton of fun out of this game. I definitely think you should definitely have it if you don't, because it is just so much fun. Now moving forward, one last game, Zelda. Obviously, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This is the like holographic cover one, and this one actually has tape protecting it stuck together, because when I got this, whoever had it before had like glued it together and taped it, and well, I took it apart. It's a real board and everything, but it still had problems, and they broke the case so you can't screw any screws in. So basically what I did is I put the tape back on there after I cleaned it up. It's hard to see the tape, but it's there. Just a heads up. It's a broken cartridge, but I mean, it still looks great, so I'm gonna keep it. This game is worth a ton of money, $55 yet again, and $138 a box. This is crazy. I understand that Zelda Majora's Mask and Zelda Ocarina of Time are great Zelda games on the 64, but I didn't expect them to be worth this much. I figured since they were mass produced, they wouldn't hold such a big value, to be honest with you. I've got 2 games here that honestly shocked me so much when I saw what these games were worth. I'll tell you a little bit of a story about one of them, and then honestly the other one, I don't even know how it shot up this much. But first off, we've got to start with Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. I always have to look at this to read it because it is so ridiculous. And first off, you'll notice there's a little bit of a sticker wear issue on the label. It was there before I got it, sadly, but it is what it is, and I still have this game. Now, I did buy this game locally at a game store for, it says $39.99, but I remember picking this up with another game on this list and another random special game, and I got a big discount, so I'm thinking I spent about 30 bucks on this, so I'm pretty happy to have this in my collection, and you'll be shocked. $62 for this game. I paid 30, it's worth 62. That is just crazy. This game is worth a lot of money, and if you got it loose, it would be $190. That is incredibly shocking to me, and I just didn't expect that at all. Now, moving forward, we've got another game that I've had in my collection for a very long time, and I love this game, and that's Paper Mario. Yes, you can see, again, label damage, but I don't really care about that. I want to play the games, and so I have this in my collection. I kept it, and I'm so glad that I did, because this game right now, as it is loose, just the cartridge, is $73. And if you have it complete with the box and the manual, $234, which just blows my mind. This game is worth so much money, and I understand why. This game is a ton of fun. It looks amazing, and it's just one of those games on the 64 that I love to play. And if you don't have this game, you definitely need to be picking it up, because it's just so much fun. Now, yes, it is really expensive now, but it's definitely well worth your money. 70 bucks for this game. I think you will definitely get enjoyment out of it. Rounding out this list, I've got two games here that I think are absolutely amazing and really worth a lot of money. These games are worth way more than I figured they would be, at least for one of them. And honestly, if you have these games boxed, you're sitting on a gold mine, because they're worth so much money. To start off, we've got to talk about Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals. Yes, it's a long name, and I always get it confused, and I always say it wrong, but that's what it is. Now, if you notice, I've got a sticker on the front and a sticker on the back that says I spent 50 bucks on this. Now, I actually bought this with Mystical Ninja Goemon, so it was actually cheaper than that, probably about $40, which is still a pretty good deal. Whenever you're talking about this game, it still has stickers on it, stickers on the back. I left those on there because I just was shocked with how much this game was worth, and I wanted to talk about it. So if you pick this game up loose, based on starting prices, $82, or if you've got this game complete, $620. That blows my mind. This game is worth so much money if you have it complete. And it's also pretty much worth a lot of money if you have it loose as well. I paid about 40 bucks. It's worth about $82. So I doubled my money there again. Super awesome. And last but not least, you probably knew this game was on the list. It had to be on the list when talking about expensive Nintendo 64 games, and that's Conkers Bad Fur Day. If you watch my channel recently, I got another copy of this in a big bundle, but this is actually the copy that I've had in my collection for a long time, and this is going for $90. That is so crazy, so awesome. 90 bucks for this. But if you have this game complete, you're getting about $238, $239 if you round up. But this is a good game. It's a ton of fun, and people always love to talk about it. So I think that is why this game is worth so much. Now, it's not as rare as Beast Wars is, and obviously if you have this complete, you're sitting on a ton of money. But both of these games are ones that you should probably be on the lookout for, because if you can find them cheap, maybe 40, 50 bucks, you're gonna definitely double your money, and it's well worth picking up. That's absolutely crazy that these games are worth so much. Now, if you completely add all of these up, you have a grand total of $466. That is 7 games on the Nintendo 64 for worth $466. That is absolutely insane. I probably spent maybe 200 bucks on all of these added up together, which is even crazier. So I want you guys to know this. Know what games are worth the money, because if you can find them out in the wild, you could probably get good deals. Then you can either add them to your game collection or sell them on to fund your game collection, and you'll just have some amazing games. So if you like this video, let me know. I'll do a part 2 if you're interested, but that's all I got. Peace.